Are you ready for some decadent moments? Well, Hunkydory has some beautiful work and some wonderful design to share with us.
This is a great kit that really has an Art Deco look. It's just beautiful. But what I appreciate about it is the shaped cards, a starlight, a deco window, and a tower, which are really fun to create.
Sound interesting? Come play with us. Here is the Decadent Moments Luxury Card Kit, and let me show you how thick this puppy is so you can see all the the array of things.
Lots of things to work with in there.
Now this is not only an inspiration sheet, but also has instructions to do the tower.
The tower, the window, and the starlight card. And I have to say they're getting better and better. They're really detailed in these instructions.
Oh, nice to hear. So let me just show you. Now with each of the styles of cards, if you're familiar with Hunkydory at all, you'll know that you're going to get 4 different ones. So we're starting with the window card. So you're going to get these die-cut pieces. There's also an easel for these to stand up.
But look at that beautiful artwork. I mean, right off the bat, it's just gorgeous.
It is. And I also like the art, not only the artwork, but the words. So just for you, happy birthday, with love. And you can see that you're going to get it in different colors.
Different colors. So you've got 4 of these shaped cards that are the window with these beautiful Art Deco elements.
And then these are the backings for those same windows. Then you're going to get that starlight, and this is the card base that you get. So both to create the whole card.
Right, we'll show you how to do that.
And these will pop out. So you get it again in 4 different colors.
4 different, a little bit different designs with those glamorous women and men in there in those pictures.
Then you have this piece that you can pop out in layers, so give some more dimension even with that. And then we have the tower, and very interesting.
It's a towering card, but you see it all put together. But it comes with these, with this base sheet, which there are 4 different colors that we're actively trying to show you.
We are.
Colors. And there's that ivory, but it also comes with these elements here. This is an element that's going to go on there. And then another sheet that for stacking, it's a paper towel sheet that goes with it.
So these get popped out and foam taped onto the corresponding image.
All with that beautiful Hunkydory foiling.
So that's the tower. Then you have all of these called toppers. And I love just the variety, not only of images, but of sizes and shapes.
Sizes, colors, there's different looks on here. All kinds of small, big, there's usually lots of different kinds of elements.
Words.
Sentiments for a birthday, for lots of different occasions.
Very fun for girlfriend sharing as well as some masculine ones. And you we don't always get that.
And you notice we're still going. There's so many of these card toppers and lots of different ways to use them.
Then we're going to have 8 sheets that have foiled. So this is the adorable scoreable, just very pretty. You can see, I'm scooting over into your space. There we go. So you can see
the artwork will match it. You can use it in conjunction with those card toppers, or you can use them separately.
So those are all the foiled, Then there are 8 that are just printed, but not just printed, because the imagery continues onto these sheets. So you can just see these. So some have, most of them actually have the artwork that corresponds. Some of them are more neutral. There we go.
And you know, you can cut them apart, of course. You can use part of them as borders.
And then you get a series of envelopes,
and the envelopes are generally for those shaped cards. They fit the sizes of those shaped cards.
And you can make 28 cards at least out of this collection. So let's get started. Here is our window card. And as you can see, there's a window on the front, how it pops up and covers or surrounds this wonderful, very fashionable woman.
So it's beautiful. It's got that 3D look. It just stands up. There is an easel on the back of this card as well.
That just helps it stand
that will pop up and help it stand. So it's a really unique look. And I'm going to show you how to achieve that with the parts. Some of them I've folded a little bit already, but you're going to need one of these backing pieces. You're going to pop out from the sheet that has all of these elements together. You'll pop out one of these, one of these. And there's also pieces up at the top, which I've already popped out, and you foam tape them together to get that look. When you're all done, that'll be placed on the top. So I'll just go ahead and set that aside for now. You've got the easel for the back, and you've got some other elements that will stack onto these side pieces. I'm just going to set those off to the side. Once you pop these out, the first thing you want to do is pop out that center artwork, because you're not going to use this here. You can, it can be done, but it's really better to pop this out and use it elsewhere. So you've got another card that you can make with that piece.
Oh, golly gee.
So now you've got that arch, and this one too, you don't really need the center. I always thought something like that, put a hole in the top, you've got a beautiful bookmark.
Oh, or a tag.
Or a tag,
yeah.
and you can send that as a gift. So now you've got these pieces, which this one, if you look on the back especially, you can see that it's already scored. You can see these score lines in there. And when you read the instruction, it tells you just how to fold it. It says start from the center and go out, and then it says mountain fold, valley fold, mountain fold, valley fold. It tells you just how to do it. I've done it on this side already, so you're just going to get a stair step. And I'm going to go ahead and do it on the other side. So the first one it says is to do a mountain fold, starting from the center, going out. So there's my mountain fold. Then I'm going to do a valley fold. So I'm basically just going to accordion fold this back and forth until each one of these
and that's such sturdy paper. I'm glad that they're pre-scored. That makes it so much easier.
Already ready to go, so you don't have to worry about getting that just in the right spot. So I have that together, and I've got Ultra Tape on the back of this next piece already, because this is what we use.
Shall I bring this in?
Yes.
Ultra Tape is just a super adhesive tape, and Teresa absolutely loves it. She uses it in all of her DVDs. And so it comes in 1/2 inch and 1/4 inch. Now the orange that you're seeing is actually the liner. It's the protective piece on the front. It's clear when you pull that off, which you're about to do.
So I placed a piece of it here. I also placed a piece of it here, and I pulled off the remaining orange covering.
See, so I told you it was clear.
So now it's clear, it's on the back. But what's interesting is that here's that arch, and I actually put it on the back right next to the edges of these. And you're thinking, why am I putting that on the back? Because this piece, these pieces, if I set it down, it's going to stick to something. There. These pieces are actually going to go behind this.
Oh, so it holds it in place.
So here's my accordion folded piece. I'm going to slip that right behind here. I'm going to line the bottom of this window down. I'm going to set it right on the bottom of there. I'm going to push that all the way over so that it attaches. That's one side.
So it kind of links together.
Yeah, so on the back now you can see that I've actually pushed it onto there. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Just sort of hook it around there, line up the bottom edges, push it over.
I can see how that would be important to line that up.
Right.
Yeah.
And there you go. So now I've got a piece that when you set it down, this window is standing up.
Right.
And you can see that pocket in there. The next thing that you're going to do is place it over this piece like that. So all you have to do at this point is you can foam tape it or Ultra Tape it on there. I'd probably foam tape it up just so it picks up a little bit. And then you put your remaining pieces on. So you can foam tape that piece at the top. You can foam tape these pieces over on the side, and it gets a little bit more dimension. Right. And then when you're all done, you turn it over and you've got this easel. And when you tape the easel on here, you only want to tape this strip. You tape it right onto the center like so, and then you'll have this piece that will hook right there.
Yeah, let's show that hooking piece just because.
All right. Once you, here's the score line. Everything is already scored. It is cut, and you're going to put tape on the back of that. You're going to stick it down, and then when you fold this up, this piece folds down into place.
And it holds it.
And it holds it.
And then you pop it up if you want to put it in the envelope.
Right.
To send it
to the envelope. And it'll be on the back of that
And
card.
this is just a really nice example of, it's the same format, the same process, but different artwork, and it just goes together so nicely. And the one other piece that's been done here is to add one of the greetings that is also foiled and just ready to go.
You could throw a bow on there if you wanted.
You could.
It's so sparkly already.
Really nice.
And that was really simple.
So that's the window. Okay, now we're going to go to the star. And the star has that base. This was the piece, except that we've popped this piece out.
That's right. Popped it out and maneuvered it a little bit and put it on the center. So
really pretty.
It is pretty. So here is the base. And you start by popping this out. Very simply, you're going to pop that.
Now we are going to use that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's parts of it that we will, parts of it that we won't. This outer frame is really not necessary, but you can use it. You can keep it intact, just like that. But to make a little bit more of a dramatic statement, so there's a space between this and when you see this, I would remove that frame so that you can see it. Yeah, okay. So then you've got this big, beautiful star frame that you can put around something else. So you've got that. You've got that this card is already scored right here, so mount and fold like so.
And it's been printed on both sides, as you can see.
On both sides, so you've got that. You've also got this on the back that you could put a message on, which is beautiful.
Because it has the window and you're really using the inside space, that's nice to have.
Right. There are pieces around here that you're going to pop out. So we're going to pop out the little corners so that you can see through there. You know, those would make nice little photo corners. You can put them
they would.
on the corners of
Use
something.
everything.
Why not? So once you get those popped out, then you'll have that dimension of being able to see through there. You're also going to pop out this centerpiece.
And they do pop out just as easily as you're demonstrating. In fact, sometimes they almost seem to fall out, don't they?
Right. So once you start putting this in your picture, it's going to be on the inside. But it's kind of nice to do it through the window so that you can really align that really easily. So I would foam tape that down. And then I would take this, now you would do that just that way so that it's set up that way. Now this piece, while it was in there, you can see it was like that. When I pull it out, I'm actually going to turn it so it's upright. So now you've got that on point look. Now there was another sheet that had all of the stacking elements that looked like this. They were all little squares, and I stacked them all. But
with foam tape?
With foam tape, but I stacked them on point and at odds. You match up the photo, the pictures, and it actually makes it so that you have to turn them back and forth on point, and then that just gets foam taped on top of that.
And that's going to add the dimension.
And that is your Starlight window card.
Just exhaustively done. My goodness.
I'm done for today.
And then again, to add one of the little pieces to do your message. This one is especially for you. And I just think these are so perfect for friend-to-friend gift, you know, memory, just to send those out, and just absolutely beautiful.
It is beautiful. I love the little white jewel dazzles. It's just a nice touch.
That's what's been done on the points, the white jewel dazzles. They also have a silver edge, so it works perfectly with Hunkydory.
It does.
Now we're going to go to a tower. So let's see what this looks like.
This is the Art Deco tower, or the Deco tower.
Right.
It just involves some folding, lots of folding, which there are already scored lines for you to do so.
I'll show you as I stand this up.
So it will stand up. It does have an easel on the back of this one as well.
And the easel matches the artwork. Very nice.
This is an oversized card. It's a little bit larger, but it does come with the envelopes for shipping, just the right size. So.
And I appreciate the fact that there's a masculine imagery on it, and that's just nice. This is best wishes. Wish you a very happy birthday down at the bottom, and that's
beautiful.
Just popped out.
Right, with that paper towel that's been stacked on there. And that whole thing starts with a base that looks like this. So here's the base. It's actually got a window that pops open in the center, and there are these tiny little arches above and below. And first I want to show you that those get removed. Okay. So remove those little arches. You don't need those, and I can't really imagine much of a reason for using those. Those would probably get thrown away.
Oh my, no!
I know.
Somebody's screaming out there.
When you follow the directions on this, it tells you exactly how to fold on all of these scores. You can probably see the scores more on the back. I'm not quite sure. There's a lot of score lines, vertical score lines here. You can see them here. They go all over the place. And in the instructions, it says, starting from the left. And it says mountain, valley, 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 mountain, mountain. So just go from the left and go over to the right.
Do what they say?
Yeah. And so I'm just going to start folding them just as it says. And it's not exactly accordion, so you're just not going to go back and forth on everything. So do follow the instructions. Sometimes you're going to
don't get cocky and think you don't need to read the directions, right?
I always read the instructions first before I venture in and then see what happens. And here we go. At this part, we are at the front. I've just folded all the way along the left till I got to the front. So here's what the left looks like. And this part gets folded back in to the center.
Okay.
Like so. See, I didn't put that on. So instead of folding all the way across the other side, I've got one that I've already done. And so here's one that I folded along the score lines just as was suggested. You want to make sure that there's a box area in the center that pops up. You see that?
Yes.
We want it to look like that when you're done. And all of those, so you've got all of the gold is sort of going to face forward, and then you've got these side edges that give it depth. All right.
This is also where a bone folder would be helpful.
Sure.
I'm kind of looking for one, I don't see it. Oh, there. So just to help you score, just to help you fold those lines really
really
firmly.
tightly. In fact, and if I did that, I'd probably do it on the back to make sure that I'm not destroying any of the gold on the front. I just want to be kind of careful, but that's a good way to get it nice tight folds on there. Scores. Okay, so now you've got this, and here are these little windows that go in the center. If you look very closely, so see if we can get in close, on those windows, do you see that white line? There's a white line on both sides. I have tape over one of them, but they want you to match those lines up. So I'm looking at the top there, and I'm seeing, okay, I'm matching them up at the top, matching them up at the bottom, and they want you to tape that piece together with those lines together, because that makes it just the right dimension.
And that's going to support it, right?
Right. So I've got the ultra tape on there already, right there on the edge, and I'm going to align. Whoops! Don't. Okay, align the top and bottom, and there we go.
Okay.
So now
so that stabilizes
it'll stand on its own,
right.
just like that. The next thing that you're going to do is attach the back. So here's the back. I went ahead and put the easel on here ahead of time just because it was easier for me. I taped that one strip down, and so that now that when you fold it over, you've got the piece that will hook it. So I did that ahead, and I just lined up the gold strip on that easel piece.
Good idea.
But that's the back. When you turn this over, this piece.
Oh, that's nice. It finishes the back.
Right,
then.
it finishes the back. So I've got ultra tape here and here, so that this is just going to set right there. It makes it nice and sturdy. I'll go ahead and show you. So because we aligned those lines and got it set up just right, it's already at the right distance apart, so everything should just sit right on there. I'm going to align the bottom and align the top. I'm going to try to line them. I'm sort of doing this at an angle, not right above it, but there. I think I got it. Press that on.
Nice.
So there you go.
And again, you can write your message in that circle on the back.
That was off a little bit, but and then you've got that, and then you pop out one of those great round artworks. You stack the corresponding paper towel on top, and that will go right in there. And you can glue that in place and add embellishment.
And there we go. We've got a feminine and a masculine look. This one has the little messages added with a rectangle down there and a circle popping up off.
And some black jewel border dazzles.
That's just adding a very nice extra touch going along with black and working nicely. So there are 4 of the towers. Now, there's another one that has this whole piece, and then it has the other foam pieces to be foam taped. Right.
This is on one sheet. I mean, they don't mention it in the instructions, but it's just a panel card that has all of these added. And I just, that's a great extra topper kit.
It really is, and I love the size of it and the shape of it. And of course, it can just stand up like so.
It's like one of those dressing mirrors, a 3D mirror or something.
Especially for you, so that's an extra bonus. And yes, we did have to add some pink border dazzles.
And some beautiful pink ribbon.
It's beautiful ribbon, yes.
Why not?
Now you end up with those extra pieces, all those toppers, all those die cuts.
What do you do with them?
What do you do with those? Well, we have some ideas for you. How
Wow.
about this? Now this is taking that big sheet and simply scoring it and letting it become the base of the card.
So an extra large, beautiful card. I love this. To my best friend. I mean, that's a nice message to be able to have, and I love that Art Deco work. This is one big topper. I had to look at this a couple of times. I thought it was a frame going on top, but that's just one of the toppers.
Just one. And so just put that on top.
Right.
Let the gold and the silver play together.
But what would you put on the inside?
Well, you could put, oh look, how about one of the other elements? And we've added the purple suede.
Because that fits perfectly.
It does.
That's just beautiful.
And I like the border dazzles overlapping.
Right, and sort of hanging off the edges like that. I don't often think of that. That's a nice idea.
Just for you, happy birthday. And you can see, and as I said, we've added the purple jewel dazzles because that just seemed
the jewel border dazzles and right here on the edge, and that just adds right in with the silver. They have a bit of a silver edging on them, so they match great.
So it works beautifully. So that's one thing.
Oh, and the black jewel dazzles. Did we have?
You're right.
Oh, right there on the points, which is perfectly suited to
it's
those
kind
areas.
of very Art Deco-ish by itself.
It is.
So that's where they are also with the silver edge. Now, another thing you can do is to cut that adorable scorable into pieces and put it onto a card base.
Right, and this part with the border, this is the border piece of the whole thing. This is just one piece from here
That
to
whole
here.
background is one piece.
But then another piece was added right up at the top, one of those border pieces.
Okay. And then you can see this one. Now this has been lifted with foam tape.
Right, and decorated with tiny little red jewel dazzles, so they fit perfectly on so much of the artwork.
And all 540, you're going to use about a dozen, so that will work nicely.
The gold jewel border dazzles.
With love and best wishes is the message, and on the inside, another image to the love of my life on our special day.
That's a wonderful sentiment.
And that special day can be any day.
Could be anything. It could be your 2-week anniversary.
There you go. Now, another thing that you can do is this. Now, this is going into a horizontal card, but again, cutting up that adorable scorable. I stand corrected. This is
an
easel card.
I didn't catch that before.
I didn't either.
There we go. Very simple to do. On the top part of your card, you're just going to score it halfway across the center of the card, all the way across, and there you go.
And the only trick is you only glue your piece along the bottom of this front. And it's going to sit upright, especially if you foam tape something on the inside.
So you've got lots of sentiments to work with there. To someone fabulous on your special day.
And have a very happy birthday. Just a little bit of ribbon, and okay, yes, some pink jewel dazzles in the corners are adding a little bit extra.
But wait a minute, Paula, have we forgotten about scrapbookers?
We never forget our scrapbookers, but here to just prove it.
You see,
you
can use Hunkydory card toppers in scrapbooking, and this is just a beautiful look.
Isn't this fun? Now, this is a prom to remember is what it's telling us here. This has been using the silver linen holographic,
holographic, and then we have some of the pink flourish.
Pink flourish, right. This is also foil. This is the Hunkydory part are all of the decorative elements within, so you can see that beautiful lady. And again, this is where the special shapes really come into play as they decorate the page.
So just some of the card toppers added here and there. This is one of the border strips that's actually from the card topper sheets.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And lots of sentiments, best wishes just for you on your special day.
So again, for the prom, I love that photograph. I think that's a great idea.
Great fun,
So beautifully done. So the decadent moment that you have can be anytime.
Sure.
And you get lots of,
different
stars and
artwork,
windows and towers and good stuff.
Lots of towers, and masculine and feminine, and lots of fun.
And we hope decadent moments are in your future.
See you next time.